Arunima, coming to you first up, tell us more of what the plans this evening are. Is there a confirmation that the Prime Minister will indeed be at the Palam Air Base to receive the mortal remains of those who perished in this crash?
Most likely, that's what we are told. There's a very high possibility that the Prime Minister will be a part of the wreath-laying ceremony. Around 7:30 is when the official ceremony will begin. The mortal remains could reach a little earlier than that. Any time after 6 is what we are told. So between 7:15, 7:30, around that time, Raksha Mantri, the NSA, all the other ministers in the Defence Ministry, MOS Ajay Bhatt, and the three chiefs of Army, Navy and Air Force, they'll all be there where CDS Rawat and his wife's body will be received. There'll be a wreath-laying ceremony, and all the others who died in that unfortunate incident, they will also be paid their last respect by the Prime Minister, NSA, RM and others. Post which we are told that the mortal remains of the other soldiers will be flown down to their respective cities and hometowns. There was some problem with positive identification of the bodies. Many of them were charred and it was difficult to identify them positively. But we have been assured by South Block that all steps are being taken to ensure that the family members get a chance to say their final goodbye and there is closure for them.
Absolutely. Let me go across to Revati also, who's tracking more in Wellington, Coonoor, where this unfortunate crash took place. A lot of eyes are also on what can be done as far as that investigation is concerned. Revati, tell us more of what you're picking up.
That's right. In fact, today the black box was recovered from the site of the accident site where the Air Force chief and others were also present. Now, there will be, of course, looking into whether the weather conditions played a role, whether it was a human error, whether there was a technical glitch. All of these possibilities. In addition to that, accounts of eyewitness as well. The first responders, the second responders, the locals, the fire and rescue officials who were waiting for the arrival of the helicopter, but they heard no information about the landing, and they got a message that there was a crash and had to rush to the spot. All of these will be taken into consideration and the investigation will go on. But what I can tell you from the ground is, of course, the shock that all of them, including the locals, officials and the highest of officials and superiors experienced after hearing the tragic crash yesterday here in Coonoor. Now, the first respondents who were with disbelief narrating the incident, with disbelief telling the rest of the world what they saw, how difficult it was to get rescue people and evacuate them from that spot. They could hardly identify 2 or 3 people of the 14 people on that helicopter. Some of them saw live how bodies were getting burned, charred beyond recognition. Dousing the fire was a big challenge. It was a forest area, so they had to walk a couple of kilometers to bring the bodies out to a motorable road, on a vehicle, to a hospital. All of these challenges, all of these eyewitness accounts, a sense of shock amongst all of them. Of course, it's all clear and calm here, in Wellington, in Coonoor, all of these areas. But even while the convoy was moving to Sulur Air Base with those mortal remains, there was public on the road. There were people on the road along the way, showering flower petals, shouting slogans, Veera Vanakkam, which means salute to the brave, paying their respects, last respects to 13 of them. And one lone survivor of that crash, a miraculous survival. In fact, looking at the pictures, looking at the visuals of the crash, it is a miraculous survival. He is also been flown to Bangalore Commandant Hospital, where he will be getting further treatment. His condition has been critical throughout, but has been stable enough to airlift to Bangalore, so he will be receiving further treatment there. So while 13 of his co-passengers on that helicopter are going to be laid to rest, they are on their final journey. Hopes and prayers for Group Captain Varun Singh, who is hopefully on the road to recovery.
Yes. In fact, for more on that, let me also go across to Shreya Dhondiyal, who's joining us. Shreya, what is the latest that you're picking up as far as the condition of Group Captain Varun Singh is concerned? You know, there were some suggestions that he need to be perhaps airlifted to a different medical facility. What's the latest you're picking up on his condition, and what is the course of action that could be taken as far as his treatment is concerned?
So since morning, the doctors had been communicating with the top brass of the Indian military to say that while the group captain, his condition was critical, it was stable. A call had to be taken whether to move him to a bigger hospital in a bigger city, because Wellington, after all, is a military hospital. It doesn't have the sort of specialists that are currently required to pull the group captain out of danger. So what we are picking up is this: the movement has already started to the command hospital in Bangalore. This is where a team of specialists is on standby, waiting for him to come. He was on life support. This is what the Raksha Mantri has told the floor of the House. He said this in Parliament. My sources telling me that he's been hanging by a thread, but he's still hanging, and that gives you hope, because this is someone who has beaten death.
Yeah.
He's beaten death just last year. He was awarded a Shaurya Chakra for it. His Tejas had developed a snag mid-air. It was at an altitude of 10,000 feet. He could have easily ejected. He didn't eject. He somehow, despite the immense mental duress, despite the immense physical duress, managed to land his Tejas safely. So the hope is that this is a fighter we are talking about. This is someone who has narrowly cheated death a year ago, and he can do it again.
Right.
Again, very critical. But I think the prayers of an entire country are with him.
Absolutely. Indeed, the entire country praying for the safety and well-being of Group Captain Varun Singh. Let me also go across to Sandeep Bol, News 18 India's correspondent, who's joining us from Coonoor as well. Sandeep, crash site से और आई विटनेसेस के जो अकाउंट्स हैं उसको अगर हम मिला के देखें तो इनिशियली क्या समझ में आ रहा है कि ये क्रैश कैसे हुआ?
देखिए, क्रैश के पीछे जो वजह दिखाई दे रही है और जो तस्वीरें हमने दिखाई उसमें जो हेलीकॉप्टर है Mi-17 V5 वो सडनली जो है बादलों में चला गया। यानी कि यहाँ पे जो पहाड़ियाँ होती हैं, जितने भी ऐसे माउंटेन्स हैं, उसमें सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम ये होता है कि अगर एक वैली में अगर आपका वेदर ठीक है तो दूसरी वैली में वेदर ठीक होगा, इसकी गारंटी नहीं हो सकती है। और इसी वजह से जो है ये हेलीकॉप्टर कहीं ना कहीं जो है क्रैश हुआ। मैं दिखाना चाहूँगा कि अभी आप देख सकते हैं ये ऊपर जितना भी एरिया है, अभी टाइम कितना हुआ लेकिन यहाँ पे जो है फॉग पूरी तरीके से भर गया है और ये लगातार जो है बढ़ रहा है। और यही इसी के साथ की वैली जो है, दूसरी तरफ की वैली में जो है धूप निकल रही थी। तो ये सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज होता है हेलीकॉप्टर के ऑपरेशंस में इन सब वैलीज में, और शायद इसी की वजह से जो है अब ये जो एयरक्राफ्ट जो हेलीकॉप्टर जो है क्रैश हुआ है उसके पीछे की वजह भी यही बताई जा रही है। हालांकि अभी तक जो है कोर्ट ऑफ इंक्वायरी जो है वो जारी है। ब्लैक बॉक्स जो है वो रिकवर हो चुका है। अब उसमें से कॉकपिट वॉइस रिकॉर्डर और जो फ्लाइट डाटा रिकॉर्डर जो है उससे जो है ये देखा जाएगा कि आखिर लास्ट कन्वर्सेशन उस वक्त जिस वक्त ये क्रैश हो रहा था उस वक्त किस तरीके की कन्वर्सेशन कॉकपिट में हो रही थी, किस हाई अल्टीट्यूड पे वो उड़ान भर रहा था, कितनी स्पीड थी। तो ये सारी चीज़ें ब्लैक बॉक्स के जरिए ही पता लग पाएगी, जिसको अभी जो है जो जिसकी जांच चल रही है। लेकिन अभी फ़िलहाल ये कह सकते हैं कि इस तरीके के वैली में हेलीकॉप्टर बहुत मुश्किल से फ्लाई कर पाते हैं। और यही वजह है कि आज तो 13 मार्च जो जनरल बिपिन रावत सहित जितने भी जो 13 लोग हैं उनको उनकी जो पार्थिव शरीर को बाय रोड लेके जाया गया है यहाँ से, क्योंकि वेदर पैक था। हेलीकॉप्टर उस वेदर में फ्लाई नहीं कर सकता, इसीलिए बाय रोड इनको यहाँ से कुनूर ले गया और सुलूर ले जाया गया और वहाँ से फिर फिक्स विंग से वो आगे जो है दिल्ली जाएंगे। तो अभी सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज इन सब इलाकों में यही है कि वेदर जो है कभी भी ख़राब हो सकता है। और चूँकि मशीन है, मशीन अगर कोई टेक्निकल फॉल्ट है या ग्लिच है तो उसके बारे में कोर्ट ऑफ इंक्वायरी और सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन ये बात पता लग पाएगा। लेकिन जब भी कोई ऐसी वीवीआईपी विजिट होती है या कोई भी किसी भी बार जो है हेलीकॉप्टर को फ्लाई किया जाता है तो उसको प्रॉपर थॉरो चेक करके ही जो है उसको उड़ान भरी जाती है। साथ ही जो वेदर फोरकास्ट है उसको भी सबसे पहले ध्यान में रखा जाता है कि वेदर फोरकास्ट जो है वो कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं है या ख़राब तो नहीं हो जाता। तो अब जिस तरीके से मैं बताऊँगा, ये जो सामने आप देख रहे पैच, यहीं से वो हेलीकॉप्टर जो है राउंड से उड़ते हुए और इस मेरे लेफ्ट हैंड साइड का जो रिज है उसके पीछे जाके जो है वो नीचे गिरा है। तो ये दिखाता है कि एक वैली से दूसरे वैली में जाते वक्त वेदर हो सकता है कि ऐसा ख़राब हुआ जिसकी वजह से जो है ये हेलीकॉप्टर जो है उस वेदर में फंस गया। और जब भी ऐसे सब जगह पर जो